170 pounds, Darby Allin! And his opponent, from Iwate, Japan, weighing 193 pounds, the Great Sasuke!
A true legend of professional wrestling, especially junior heavyweight pro wrestling, worldwide for decades. The Great Sasuke to take on one of the top rising stars of professional wrestling, junior heavyweight style, Darby Allin.
Two competitors who have an incredible threshold for pain. The great Sasuke, very well known, he cracked his skull on 2 separate occasions. Darby Allin, meanwhile, has...
Has he cracked his skull? I hope not, but he's still a lot of punishment.
I remember he had a serious injury back around WrestleMania times, 2017. The match, I believe, for Balby himself. But Darby, I know you've seen Darby in action.
He puts his body out.
The cliche is he uses his body as a weapon, but it's true, he does. There's no other way to describe it.
He flings himself at his opponents with great force. Last night, Sasuke took on Shane Strickland. Loved some of this chicanery.
Now, can you explain this?
Absolutely not. I cannot.
Well, he came out now. Forgive my ignorance. Okay, what was he giving out? What was he?
I believe he's some sort of monk, or holy water or something.
Right. It looked like
he was blessing all of
it was some kind of sacrament or something.
Yes,
right?
on his way to the ring. Interesting to see these two wrestlers do battle. Even Strickland last night with Sasuke, because it is two very different generations of pro wrestlers meeting in the ring at the same time. Oh! No! It backfires on Sasuke.
Now, did Darby Allin somehow or another just turn Sasuke's
and it bounced off of
his energy?
Yes.
He pushed it right back. Some type of odd mystical powers have surrounded the squared circle here tonight at First Act. Now
have come into play.
Now here's another thing. Supposedly this building is haunted. You've heard that, right?
Yes, I've heard that as well.
So who knows what kind of spirits have been conjured up? I know something that was just conjured up moments ago from Darby Allin.
I hope it stays a one-on-one matchup and no spirits get involved. But interesting trivia fact, Darby Allin, born in 1993. Great Sasuke made his pro wrestling debut. Literally wrestling longer than his opponent was gonna like. But every light heavyweight wrestler, every high flyer in the business has studied wrestlers like Sasuke, like Jushin Thunder Liger, like Ultimo Dragon. Because they were the pioneers of that style of pro wrestling.
Now, I would make the argument that for most casual U.S. wrestling fans, somebody like Liger, probably much more well-known than Sasuke. Was that ignorant on my part to say it? Oh, hold on here.
Liger certainly with more fame worldwide, having competed in WCW and of course a major part of New Japan Pro Wrestling for decades as well. Not to say that Sasuke didn't travel the world as well, but mainly a big part of Michinoku Pro for the bulk of his career.
Former legislator as well in Japan.
Yes, and he wore the mask. Allowed him to wear the mask. But Sasuke was part of that. I always have to reference it when I see him. The Super J Cup. That was the videotape that everybody traded back in the day. Sasuke and Wild Pegasus.
Wild Pegasus, you say?
That's as far as we're going to go with that discussion. Chopping away.
Right now, they're like 15-year-old kids watching this saying, all right, I have to look at, who was that? I need to look that guy up. Wild Pegasus.
Wild Pegasus, yes. Big hip toss right there from Sasuke.
Now this matchup here to me is very interesting because at the outset we said both competitors, I don't want to say impervious to pain, but seemingly with a very, very high threshold. If Darby Allin can knock off Sasuke here tonight, I mean, I don't want to call it a passing of the torch or anything, but pretty close, huh?
It would make headlines for sure, and it would be a real feather cap of Darby Allin in his wrestling career. No matter what, win, lose, or draw, it's a lesson to be learned by someone like Darby Allin stepping in the ring against someone with a wealth of knowledge of Sasuke, who various styles. He can violent when he can fly, he can do technical wrestling, he uses wizardry.
I had the
magical power.
I had the opportunity to call a Jushin Liger match at NXT. Tyler Breeze and Jushin Liger. Honestly, an underrated classic that a lot of people are shocked many times to find out that match even occurred. But talking to Breeze before that matchup, he said, whether I win or whether I lose,
it doesn't matter. I wrestled Liger.
And not only did I wrestle Liger, but he was interested to see what he could learn, what he could take away from that matchup with Jushin Thunder Liger.
And Darby Allin able to connect with that cutter.
Didn't hit it cleanly, but may have actually done more damage. You see the way that Sasuke is holding his chin.
Punching it, still is. Trying to regain his bearings on the other side of the ring. And Darby Allin charging in. Nobody home in the corner though. Last night it was a missile drop kick right to the shoulder of Shane Strickland. Put him away. And led to Sasuke coming out with the victory. Taking a risk, the first big risk for Sasuke in this match, going to the top rope. Blockbuster neckbreaker. Last night he picked and chose each time he went to that top rope. So you have a cover, only two. He waited for the right moments to go up top. All that, the years of pro wrestling have taught him when to take a chance and when not to, when to bide his time. Right now, wearing down, taking away the energy of Darby Allin. Abdominal stretch now, essentially. He's trying to take away what could lead Darby Allin to get that momentum and charge across the ring.
Interesting that Sasuke just seems to want to slow Darby Allin down.
Darby Allin, what he has on his side is not size, it's the quickness. His ability to move around the ring and fly at his moment. Keeping him down on the canvas. Referee Bryce Remsburg checking out his condition.
I gotta be honest, I'm really surprised by the pace of this match.
It was very similar last night. I expected them to right off the bat, 100 miles per hour, but it was a feeling out process. Ben wrestled it very smartly. A lot of it was scientific wrestling, a lot of submission-based wrestling, and right there, Darby Allin back first into the ring post as he went flying between the top and the second rope and hit the ring post, and now down on the floor. Trying to pull himself back in. Crowd's counting, but referee Remsburg is not. Let's see these two fight here. Cover.
I mean, we were told earlier that there's no rules here, right?
That's pretty much what we stated.
Yeah. So, I mean, why would it be any different for this match, right?
Camel clutch cinched in. Variation of it, just pulling back on the chin lock. The arms not wrapped around the knees for Sasuke, though, and able to make it to the rope. He was trying to send him through the ropes, but Darby Allin holding his ground. Trying to block perhaps a suplex. Grabbing the waist lock on Sasuke now. For the O'Connor roll. It's a 2 count, twisting springboard body press. Near fall, and right into a Fujiwara armbar goes Allin.
Referee in there to make sure that Sasuke is willing to continue, and Allin now just raiding a couple of fists down and now headbutting the left hand of Sasuke.
Yeah, working over that arm, really wrenching up on the hold now.
You know, and more often than not, when you see Darby Allin get close to the ropes, like what led to this situation right here for Sasuke, who's really digging deep and refusing to give in, and with every ounce of his energy inching over towards the bottom rope. But when you see Darby Allin get close to the ropes, I'm not sure that Sasuke did as much homework on Darby as he wanted. You get him close, he's quick with those reversals, and more often than not, he'll nail you with that springboard 14 body press. Sasuke opened the door, and Darby Allin is taking advantage, hasn't he?
Now underneath the bottom rope on the apron, what's Darby Allin have in mind? To the top rope, he goes!
Oh,
back first on the edge of the ring frame, as if enough damage wasn't done to his back, hitting the ring post. This time, the edge of the ring as well.
He calls that the coffin drop.
Putting himself in the coffin.
That time, yeah, indeed. I've seen Darby fly off balconies with chairs taped to his back.
Oh, looks like we might get some crazy Sasuke here. He's going out and taking a risk himself.
High risk, high reward for Allin. The same can be said for the great Sasuke.
Climbing up.
What will the verdict be? Oh no.
To the top.
Oh God!
A senton all the way to the ring apron.
He came down hard on his right hip, Dave.
Well, he saw that Darby Allin put his body on the line. He took the same risk and did damage to himself as well.
So we're 0 for 2 on high-risk maneuvers from the turnbuckle.
Perhaps they should keep it on the mat and stick to the submission game. The high-risk offense not working out for these two thus far.
Where's the count?
You wonder whether or not Sasuke, when he looked at Darby Allin on paper, he said, yeah, I know Shane Strickland's held titles. Okay, yeah, I got to do my homework on him, but the second night, that'll be an easy one.
Darby Allin, not a very imposing physical force.
Yeah, but
when you look at him, but then when you're in a fight with him and you realize how tough he is and what he can do with his small frame, you realize what a threat he is.
He makes up for it with crazy.
With crazy. And Sasuke retrieving a chair.
Yeah, we'll call that the great equalizer. Sasuke's limping.
Might have done damage to his leg in the process. I mean, you got that steel barricade right next to the ring apron as well. He pegged his leg on that.
Headbutt, elbow to the top of the skull. Getting a little nervous seeing the chair set up like that.
Yeah. Nail somebody. The midsection.
No.
What do you have in mind?
This might go over a lot of people's heads, but I see that and I immediately think of Mark Howe. Google it.
He's fucking sleeping.
Don't lie, yeah.
Finally, it does set up that chair. The leg is facing down.
Darby Allin, the great Sasuke here tonight in Minneapolis, Minnesota. First Wrestling Wrestle-Palooza.
Two hands around the throat. Placing Darby Allin in that chair.
Two generations of reckless abandon. The war here tonight. Sasuke looking to get the crowd behind him. Warming up those elbows.
You see the ram jam. Darby Allin worn down. You got to see the position in that chair. Sasuke to the top rope.
Oh no!
A swanton, nobody home. He broke that chair with his own body, punching his back in pain. Darby Allin across the ring, charges in. Then a knee right to the back. Takes Sasuke off his feet. Leg lock applied, shoulders down.
Oh my
He got
God!
him! Darby Allin has pinned the great Sasuke! Wrestling here in 2019, Darby Allin defeats a true legend of professional wrestling in the great Sasuke.
I don't think Allen's done with Sasuke yet. He is not done. Sasuke's crawling away, and Allin wants to inflict more punishment.
No, a sign of respect instead on a Darby Allin.
Well, we said it at the outset, 2 generations of risk takers. They put each other through tremendous physical punishment in that matchup. And it is Darby Allin outlasting the legend here tonight in Minneapolis.